right, y'all. Thanks for joining. Amazing to see so many friendly faces here today. Welcome to this week's community call. Wanted to share some updates with these awesome slides that Peter put together, as usual. We've got today, it's the 6th of December, and here's what's been going on. So in the main Astro repo, we have been a little quiet with the holidays, but tons of stuff going on still. 25 contributors. Look at Ben with the wild merges there. Contributions. Way to go, Ben.
Don't know how I did that.
Game in the system.
Yeah. Did you write a script to juice your numbers? Is that what happened?
Whoever wrote the one that Juice Felt's numbers, I guess.
Like whoever's second doesn't compare to Ben at all. What are you up to, Ben?
Can I just say something, right? It's like
Content.
I've got snapshots that go back most of the year. Nobody has topped 100 commits like in a week. Like nobody.
Yeah,
This is a record.
wild.
I genuinely think something's wrong. There's no way. I'm gonna go count them by hand. I'm working on one thing.
But yeah, there's been a ton of activity. I think around 70% of PRs got merged this week. So 20 out of the 27 issues have been triaged, and just tons of activity. All of that, which is amazing to see. We've done a holiday themed Astro 1.6.13 release. Bunch of patch fixes. A bit fewer announcements than usual, but a couple things to let you know about. You'll sense a theme here. We've been doing a ton of refactors to core, so Bjorn, Blue has been making some amazing refactors internally, improving our testing, code readability, some performance things as well. We have been doing a ton of work on the error messages. Erica added a warning when you try to hydrate an Astro component. Previously, that was only happening in dev, so that happens in build now as well. And I think our error overlays are still the PR is up for that, but a bit more on that later. We've had a ton of awesome core contributions. Ooh, the snow effect. That's very fun. Juan has fixed some errors with Vercel. Juan has done an amazing job just owning that Vercel integration. So yeah, requests and responses should be a lot more stable at this point. Trucy patched the image component so that the alt tag gets passed down to the get picture and get image methods, which is a huge help. Pim has fixed some TypeScript narrowing issues, so astro.params should be a bit closer to what you're expecting now. It is now a string and with string number or undefined, which is the key, which is awesome. Safi, Red from the Vite core team, came over and helped fix an issue with Astro Preview. So Windows issues, problems with paths, always super fun. Really appreciate the fix on that. Let's see. Wulin Sheng added a warning for GIFs with Astro Image. That was super helpful. I saw a bunch of talk about this one. So thank you for the contribution on that. Support Squad, our crack team of Astro specialists. Fuzzy, what do we got this week?
Ooh. Sorry. We've got 3 heroes, 2 absolute standout regulars, Happy Dev and Bryceguy. Like, legit, without them, the support squad right now, it'd just be quiet. You guys are pulling the weight. And then Wassfila has just joined the server relatively recently, but honestly been going the extra mile a lot with all the support that he's been given. Yeah, special shout out to him as well. But yeah, they're my 3 heroes of the week.
Amazing.
Heroes!
Love it. I'm happy to chat about the docs, or Sarah can jump in if she's still here.
That's me. Sure, I can talk about the docs. What am I looking at here? Pull requests. Oh, me and Chris up there, Kevin and the bot. Fred K bot is going to overtake us at some point. So we're just
bound
all
to happen.
we're just all working to try and keep ahead of the bot.
Nice.
What do we got here? Yes, our continues to be our pinned issue. It's still open. We're getting regular activity on it. This is our docs search stats investigation, where we just ask you, hey, can you search for a keyword in docs and answer some questions about the results you found? Because we have been actively rewriting docs and even adding new content based on our Algolia stats dump that we get and the results of what our community members send us. So that's been super helpful. It's ongoing. There's lots of juicy keywords left available. Go snag one. What am I looking at here? Oh, yes, we did have some fixes to our table of contents. So we've had some community contributors here fixing up the infrastructure of the docs, adding some text. I think that's going to be one of these slides coming up.
I just want
Fuzzy, are you controlling the slides, or am I running like? I don't know if they're going to auto change or you're changing.
It's Nate's controlling them, but I just wanted to say that was Gabriel's second PR, right, in the same number of weeks, which was really nice to see.
And it was like it was bumping up the site infrastructure, which is awesome, and a reminder that Docs is an entire project. We've got an entire Astro website to run, so you can contribute any skills to that you have. Maintaining an entire site is not just about writing content.
Totally, it was like, what did he say? It was 4 times improvement on it and on the slow sites. It's really good. Yeah, such a nice little touch.
Yep.
That's what you get. Now we have
merged just in time for the community call. Our error reference page has been updated with nice fancy individual links to each error itself. So now each error has its own page. So we're trying to make it really easy for you when you're troubleshooting. Thank you, Erica, not only for creating the error references themselves and making them so easy to find, but now we've got them in docs, we've got them navigable. They should show up in search. We probably spent way more time than you would have expected us to, really trying to fine tune the details of this page and which values are linked and where they go and what's on the page. So we're really doing our best to make it easy for you when you're troubleshooting those errors that we hope you don't get in the first place. But if you do, we're there for you.
This is amazing. I always have said that the sign of a mature project is how easy it is to use when you are off the happy path and running into something that's breaking. So I love to see us getting to this point with amazing error references. They're only going to keep getting better. So
totally
love to see that.
And not only that, all my friends are there as well, all nicely listed.
You know them all too well?
Very well.
Moving on, we've had our translations have been going like a rocket. This was a huge one. Astro Components is my favorite page I love to hate because I always say in docs, everything's a component. So that page is kind of big. We're working on it in general, but as it stands now, it's got to be translated. And so anybody who tackles translating Astro Components is a hero in my book. So this one took a while to get through, finally merged. Thank you very much. We've also had some great activity with our Japanese translations going on. So our internationalization game continues to just outperform.
Amazing. Thanks so much, Sarah. This is looking really good. Awesome. And I think wrapping up that section, we are moving into the RFCs.
I don't want to cut you off, Nate, but I didn't see my link checker.
Oh, I didn't see your link checker either. Let's pull that up.
Sorry.
Do you have a link?
Yeah.
There's a link in the agenda. If you link in the agenda, there's a link to the PR.
That's right. Let me.
So sorry, Sarah.
Pulling up the.
Yeah, I forgot.
Oh, that's okay.
That is a.
You got the thing that merged 3 minutes before the call.
Let me grab the agenda. I lost my link. There we go. Okay. Yes, there's a new link checker. So you wanna tell us about that?
Yeah. So if you click on that PR for us, when you make a PR to the docs, we have this entire comprehensive suite of checks that your PR goes through. Many of them initialized by Hippo. He's checking your slugs. He's checking all this stuff about your links. And last week, he's checking them twice. And last week, we added a checker to check not the slug or the URL of your link, but actually the text of your link. So here's, this was all Chris. He did it super fast. I said, Chris, I want this. And he's like, he thought I was joking. I'm like, no, I want this. So he's like, okay. So he built it. So you can see the link here that this PR that describes all the scripts and tests and stuff actually caught one link in our current docs where we said create a buddy account. Yep, you did. Create a buddy account here. And that's the text of the link. And we don't want to do that because that's not great for accessibility. It's not great for screen readers when they're like, okay, here, what is that? So our new link checker will catch, we have an array of phrases that we give it. So we've started out small. I think we've got here, we've got read more. Yeah, more, click here. Oh, I can see even a new one's been added since then. So that's great. And a current PR, Neil, who's on the call here, his PR was flagged for, I think you said, learn about get static paths here.
Here, I said here.
We don't do that in AstroDocs. We are working towards descriptive links. So thank you to Chris.
So I fixed that.
Yeah, thank you to Chris for getting that done. And live in our docs, and it's working, and we're thrilled about it. And now, Nate, you can go on to the RFCs.
Amazing. That's super cool. I had a couple other things to chat about. We are in the Fediverse now, so we've got there's this new web tools instance that some of our friends at Veet and Nuxt are running. And I think we are one of the first accounts over there, but we're at Astro on the web tools domain. So that's super exciting. You can find us there and we'll be sharing stuff. I think we're not leaving Twitter. We'll be on both, so no worries about that. But yeah, come find us if that's your thing. You may have noticed we've been doing a bunch of design stuff lately, so Mark, who you may have seen floating around, recently joined the team as our first full-time designer, which is incredible. So we've been really kicking the design stuff into high gear. We have official Houston emojis on Discord, which is super fun. We have some stickers on Discord, which is great. Erica has been revamping our error overlay, which we've talked about before. And yeah, there's some updates coming to the look of Astro, which will be really awesome. Just kind of a more mature, fresh take on things, which is really exciting. So can't wait to share more of that with you in the new year. And yeah, there's been some chat about swag. People are always asking for stickers and shirts and things like that. So that is something we're actively working on, which is super exciting. I also wanted to chat about the VS Code extension. So if you go to the marketplace and look for Astro, I don't know if you actually see it here, but there's a pre-release version that is available. So yeah, I think here it is, pre-release. Switch to release version, switch to pre-release version. So you can do that here in your editor, and we would love if you would try out the pre-release version and report any issues. We are looking for feedback. But there's a whole bunch of things that fixed. The list is here, so that's pretty wild. We're really excited about it, but definitely want to find any issues before we go live with that. So that is coming soon. Doc stuff we chatted about already. But yeah, I also wanted to call out these two big RFCs that we've been talking about for a while. So there's the pre-rendered output one, previously known as the hybrid output mode. So this basically allows you to run a server but pre-render some of the pages. And there's a PR with a preview release out for that. So if you ever see this in one of our PRs, you can go install this tag, which is pretty handy. So not quite ready, but very, very close on this. And the other one is the awesome content schemas that Ben has been working super hard on. We are super excited about that. I think some of you have been trying this out, so that's awesome. But there's a preview release for this as well under the next content schemas tag. So that's super exciting. Give those two a try and let us know what you think. And they may not be ready yet, so expect bugs and things. But the plan is to release these behind an experimental flag, and then they'll make their way into Astro unflagged, which is super exciting. There's a big part of the content schemas that is this render content RFC that I think is being updated right now. So one of the big problems that content schemas was designed to solve is style bleed and script bleed. So previously you would import with astro.glob, all of your styles and scripts would end up on the page. Not usually what you wanted. So Matthew has been lending a hand on this with some low-level APIs in Astro to do what we're calling head propagation. So if you're interested in the technical details, definitely check this PR out, 551. Otherwise, come back next week. We'll probably chat about that. Well, I think next week we're here. Yeah, I think so. So yeah, we will hopefully chat about render content next week, and that'll be a super exciting one. So that will kind of solve a lot of the issues people have with Astro Glob, and it's just a really, really nice new API we are very excited about. Awesome. That is all I have on the official agenda. And we're coming up on the half-hour mark. So we'll probably cut it a bit short this week. I don't know if anybody else has anything we want to chat about.
Dang, well, right when I join, I get it. You don't like me.
And not at all. Just it's been a little quiet lately, so
I just
Yeah,
wanted to give a shout out to TC joining the maintainership this week.
oh yeah,
Yeah. So
absolutely.
that was really exciting.
That's a very exciting thing. TC's been around for a very long time on the server, so it's great to have him as a maintainer.
I just I joined this server for like some help with the site, and the place has been super welcoming.
Oh man, thank you for that.
That's awesome to hear.
For sure.
Astro is a people's project.
Nice. Cool. We were just Hey, TC. We were just saying, welcome as a maintainer. You're looking more blue than usual. So super excited to have you. So love your holiday avatar. Nice. Yeah, Lloyd and Ben just chatting about the content schemas. Yeah, so we've chatted about this a bit, but I don't know. Ben, have you recorded a new video, perhaps?
I sadly have not. The Astro docs that were shared by Happy Dev are easily the best place to go if you wanted to get up and running with this right now. Because the APIs change a little bit again, just with adding an option to configure slugs, which is going to be in the API reference once that's ready.
Oh, nice.
But these are this is the main guide that would be user-facing before you get to any of the APIs. And this walks you through setting up your first schema, and then also has a Zod quick reference that lets you walk through all of the main properties that you would need, which you can see from that little tip right there.
Nice. I've been using Zod on another project, and it's such a delight. I'm very, very pleased with it. So I really love this API for us.
Yeah, and I try to call out like the good parts of Zod really early. Like, setting default values is super powerful in a lot of cases with the refactor that we did to Astro.build and also to the docs and blog examples. Basically, all the null checks are gone now because you can just set default values for all your front matter. So if you want a default language, you can set it. If you happen to override that, you can also do that. But it's something TypeScript doesn't give you, and this does. But that's the big holy grail that I expect most support questions will say, just go here. Are you sure you did this? But if you're just doing strings, booleans, and numbers, you can just use those three and ignore everything else about Zod if you're afraid of it.
Nice. That is super cool. Love to see it. I know there haven't been a ton of changes on this week, so we don't need to get into it too much. But yeah, this docs PR is coming, which is super exciting. So let me just pull that up. If you want to content collections, is this the one?
That's the one.
Hot off the presses. That's amazing. So yeah, 2141. I will drop that in the chat. Super exciting. Looking great, Ben.
Thanks. Yeah, it's nice that the RFC could mostly be reused to make this page. So got spun up in a day.
Nice. That is awesome. So yeah, this is going to be a super powerful API. This is what we're going to chat about next week. So that will be pretty exciting. Amazing. Cool. I think we're going to call it there if nobody minds. But we'll be back next week with some RFCs and more technical details. But there's a lot happening as we kind of wrap up the quarter here. So we're super excited for the start of the year, and we're going to have a lot of new exciting Astro features for you. Awesome. Thanks, y'all. See you next week.